had first been at this church 10 years ago when I came and served on a Thursday evening community meal where everybody in the community comes in here and eats. And we sit down at the table all together. It's not, you know, the together people serving those poor people. It's serving and sitting down and eating together, and I think that's real important because one of the most important parts of feeding folks is seeing them. And a lot of our people are never seen. A lot of homeless people in Cincinnati are never seen, and that's the way they want it. That's the way the government wants it. They don't want people to see the homeless because if you don't see it, there's not a problem. The second time I was involved in this church is when they started a free clinic. And my mother and I, as nurses, were the very first nurses to start setting that clinic up. So I knew of the ministry of this church and I knew of the neighborhood. But when a part-time position became available, and they contacted me because they knew me from work within other churches. And I can't believe God lets me be here. And that's why we have the programs here that we have. All of our families are in generational poverty, and the only way out of generational poverty is in education. And so a lot of our financial and personnel resources are directed toward that. We have homework club Monday through Thursday from 4 to 5:30. And when the kids first come, anytime the kids walk through the door, we feed them. When kids are in school, they get breakfast and lunch, the school food program, but they don't get supper. And the closer it is to the end of the month, the harder it is for families to feed the kids. So the first thing we do is feed them, and then they work on their homework. And then from 5 to 5:30, the homework club coordinator always has some kind of a stimulating activity planned. They do journaling. She gives them prompts and they do journaling. It's more than just coming to do your homework. It's really a growth experience. At Christmas time and back to school, we give kids their own towels and washcloths. You can't imagine how excited kids are to have their own towel. So it's pretty amazing to get to be a part of that. And also to watch the kids grow and become more independent. And what has happened is as the kids have been here in Homework Club, parents have been working on their GED. And we have had 2 parents this last year that graduated from their GED and are both, one of them's doing on-the-job training or whatever it's called at a lawyer's office. And the other's in school for computer. So it's just, and the kids are really proud of them, so I feel good in that family that education is a priority. In a lot of our families it's not. But it's good for us. Those parents know they can call me if they need something. Sometimes they're out of milk and it's the end of the month and they don't have the check yet. And these aren't people that are sitting around just to draw a check, and it's not my place to judge them if they were. Because our priority are the kids. We have what's called Camp Cupboard and Pantry. It is a free store. Everything is absolutely free. We would not put anything in that store that we wouldn't wear or use ourselves. So we have wonderful clothing. The ladies in the neighborhood call it the boutique. And they're really proud when they come to church on Sunday mornings and show off what they got, because it's beautiful clothes. Household goods, utensils, furniture, and the most important thing obviously is the food. So we have a catchment area within a certain zip code that we can give a big bag of food once a month, and it usually has 7 to 10 meals in it, and some of it's just spaghetti and spaghetti sauce, but that's a meal if you don't have anything else. And they also get a bag of, we call them luxuries, toilet paper, soap, powder, those things that you can't buy with food stamps. But there are days that I go home in tears thinking I can't do this, I just can't do this. Those days are very rare, which is good. Most of the days I think it's good because the kids went home with full bellies. They went home with homework completed and to be turned in the next day. They went home with sheets and pillowcases and blankets that they don't often have.